Hi there, Zach here, and boy, I have got something very special for everybody right here. You ready? You ready? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. I hope you guys are ready for another episode of Alpha or S. Did you see? Did you see? I'm actually trying now. Oh, I mean, before I couldn't get any worse. I couldn't try any less. I was doing shit on Microsoft Paint. Let's be fair, that's kind of low right there. Now I got Photoshop. I was messing around with my editor a little bit. This is gonna be great. Now I actually have stuff to actually make it look like I give a shit. And I'm excited to talk to you about this new game. Obviously, you guys saw it on the title screen. It's called The Long Dark. And this is a game that's been out for about 2 years, just kind of slowly building up here. But it's still an alpha game, so it's still in my territory. So I just want to talk to you guys in the most unbiased way. 10 out of 10! It's a 10 out of 10! Oh my god, I love this game. I love it so much. This game is amazing. If you love survival games, buy it right now. Don't finish it. Okay, well, okay. Dial that back. Come here. Come back. Don't leave the video yet. I need those views, okay? Don't leave this video. I mean, I've been name dropping this plenty of times in the past, and for anybody who has ever been on my stream or seen my stream, I have played this game multiple times because I like it so much. So it's not that huge of a spoiler that I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. That was for the people who are the people that are too long, didn't watch, you know, whatever, those kind of assholes. So if you're one of those people and you wanted to just know the final attempt, it's 10 out of 10. It's 100% an alpha game. Go get it right now. Make sure to like and subscribe, and then you can go fuck off, okay? And for those of you who actually do want to know why it's so good, who want to go more into this, or for those of you who already played the game and know that it's awesome, if you just want to hear me rant and just praise it and suck on its imaginary balls for a little bit, just stick around. I promise I'll try to be as entertaining as possible. And I would suggest getting the little Gallagher plastic sheets, because there's going to be a whole lot of man loving going around here. And the first thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is the plot of this masterpiece. Now, I'm not going to say the plot is the best thing ever. Pretty much, you're in a plane goes down, you go down with it, you jump out at the very last second, and now you're in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty much it. Sounds pretty original, isn't it? But to be more specific, you spawn somewhere in the 1 to 5 major connecting maps in this game. There's Mystery Lake, Coastal Highway, Pleasant Valley, Desolation Point, and Timberwolf Mountain, with things like mines and railways as transitions to each. And besides that completely thrilling and original story right there, there's not much more to this. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't make up your own stories like I like to do. Personally, I like to think that that little goat from Narnia abducted me and placed me out there as some sort of weird Saw game. But that's just me personally. And if you want the game to give you something, unfortunately, single player is not out quite yet. Now, they keep saying it's coming out. Don't worry, it's coming out. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out in the future if that's actually true, or if they're just kind of tugging us along. But you can also do things called challenges. There's multiple challenges that give you more of a direction to go. If you didn't take those challenges, it's pretty much a sandbox. Sandbox to survive the longest. Which brings us to the gameplay, which is a survival game, if you didn't quite connect those two yet. I mean, this game is like if Anderson Silva fought Stephen Hawking to the death in a cage arena. There's just no comparison. Where other type of early access survival games are very bare minimum and leaves a lot to be desired, this one has absolutely everything. And don't bring this up to me about the 2-year time of them building it up. Yes, that definitely does help them, but I bought this when it first came out, and it was stupendous when it first came out. I mean, I still technically buy those other games, the other Steam early access games, just to, you know, help out the programmers, but they're usually not that terrific. Now, the survival relies on keeping a multitude of things up, including hunger, thirst, fatigue, and most importantly, your warmth. And that sounds much easier than it actually is.
All right, I am out of stamina. I am almost freezing. So close to hypothermia. And nothing in sight. Game, you have fucked me. But full disclosure, for everyone here, that alternative type of women, I don't know what it is, but I absolutely love it. Did that thing just go out in like a second? 9 minutes? What? No, no, no. Oh my god! That sucks! That's new! I wasn't ready for this! Oh my god! If it's like strong wind like this, you could no longer make a fire and make it roaring. It'll go down to 9 minutes. No fucking way!
I mean, the weather in this game is so absolutely brutal. You stay outside for just a little bit too long in actually nice clothing, and you might get hypothermia. So what do? You have to go from location to location to location, and these locations are pretty well spread apart. Each one of these buildings, you have to walk for a few hours to at least get to it. A few hours in-game, not in actual time. And the entire time, you're just getting colder and colder and colder. And oh, what's this? Oh, wind just picked up. Colder and colder and colder. And when you finally actually get to a location, you have to get inside as quickly as you can so you don't freeze to death. You have to raid the pantry so you can get more food to survive one more day. You have to break apart Nana's favorite footstool so you can get wood to make the fire so you can melt the snow all around you and boil it so you can have actual clean water to actually drink from. And then after all of that is done, who knows? Who knows? You might still get food poisoning. Ain't that a fucking kick? And obviously, there are other ways that you can get food besides raiding the pantry and taking your 16th can of, banged up baked beans. You can also go outside, and if you have found or created a weapon such as a bow or a rifle, you can kill animals like deer, rabbits, things that you can actually harvest and eat. Or you can also make traps to catch them and then just kill them up close with a knife or whatever. But, be careful. You do not want to stay inside of an actual cabin for, I think it's 4 or 5 days straight, because then you'll get cabin fever, and your guy refuses to sleep in that cabin. Yeah. Kind of a shit thing to do. Life or death, but your guy has to be a prima donna, and your guy has to say, no, I don't want to sleep in this place. This place is too fucking old. I know everything here already. But Zach, I hear most of you cry, this is sounding really boring. You just walk around and you just don't freeze to death, and then you can hunt all the animals that you want, and it's just gonna be so boring, it's just surviving. Okay then, alright motherfucker, how about we throw in fucking bears? And wolves? And besides the penis shrinking cold, how about we just throw all of this stuff in at one time, and what if I tell you all of the items that you found in previous run-throughs, not the same items? Not the same items. That's right, they are randomly generated every single time. So, if you found a cabin that you know that there's a rifle in there, which is like gold in this game, because you can't make a rifle, you have to find it. And then once you find the rifle, you have to pray that it's in good enough shape that you can actually shoot it and not logic. Because believe you me, if you shoot a bear in the face, it takes like 2 headshots or like 5 body shots to take down a bear. And you don't want to shoot a bear and then you're just kind of fiddling with your gun because it's stuck, because it's in shitty condition. So let's just hope that you have that as well. And then as soon as you have both of those 2 prerequisites going on, let's hope that you have fucking bullets. Yeah, this place, bullets, if the rifle's like gold, bullets are like silver because they're impossible to find and you cannot make them. But like I was saying before, let's go back to, I remember that cabin. That cabin had a rifle in it before. I remember that cabin. Go in there, surprise, motherfucker! Nothing. You get a bunch of cans and a can opener. Have fun trying to fight a bear with that. And now that we've talked about the gameplay a little bit more, let's go on to something that I personally think is probably the strongest suit of this entire game, and that would be the immersion. The immersion in this game is absolutely stunning. From the visual aspect of it, straight down to the sound of you walking and crunching through the snow, and then you stop to say, oh look, there's something on the floor, maybe I should pick up these twigs, and then right behind you, you hear... Holy shit! The sound is absolutely insane. It's very bare minimum, which is so great to hear. You don't hear nice woodwinds playing while you're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like, does someone have a speaker out here and is playing fucking Beethoven? You hear the crunching of the snow. You hear deer jumping away, little rabbits scurrying about. You hear your own footprints. You hear the ripping of clothing when you're taking it apart so you can repair another piece of clothing. It just draws you in so much more. And sure, there are some sound effects that are out there. You reach a new spot and it does... It's pretty much it. That's all you get. And that's just to tell you, hey, you have never found this spot before. Good job. But those very, very simple, quiet type of sounds just kind of help you get sucked into the game and find out how lonely you are out here. That there's nobody out here to help you. It's just you. And the sound would not be anywhere close if you didn't have beautiful visual effects too. And I'm a person that back in the day I said visual effects were a major thing, and now I'm older and I'm smarter, and they're not. Just because you have beautiful effects does not mean anything. No Man's Sky taught us that. That thing had very vibrant, bright, sharp colors to it. Sucked shit. I absolutely did not like that game. I got bored after an hour of playing it. But we're talking about this game right now. When you wake up in the morning and you slowly see the light just piercing ever so lightly through the window, and it just gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and it's absolutely amazing. Now this is something that they recently have done really well. Back in the day, it was like your cabin would not get light until 3 hours into the day or whatever. But this new few updates that they've done, they've really honed in on this, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It gets my nipples hard every single time. And another thing to kind of immerse you is sometimes the game likes to bump up the difficulty level without even asking you. You wake up one time in a cabin, and you're like, oh sweet, I'm in a cabin, this is gonna be fucking easy. And then you walk around, and you get a hatchet, you get a hunting knife, you get a rifle, plus some bullets. You're like, this game loves me. This game is awesome. You take 2 feet outside, boom, 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 whacked to death by a bear.
Every time. Every time.
Okay, well that sucks. You spawn again, and you're near that place. You're like, oh, I can go get that stuff again. You walk all the way over there, and like I mentioned before, all random. You get absolutely nothing. There's no food in that house. There's nothing. There's just boxes that you can break into to get some pretty shitty type of campfire.
Please let there be a hatchet down here. Please let there be a hatchet down here. Please let there be a hatchet down here. Stim pack. Go ahead and shoot myself with it. Treat the wounds. Perfect. Please let there be a hatchet down here. Fuck! I didn't know they wanted me to do this on hard mode.
And speaking about getting mauled by bears, surprisingly, that event actually brings you deeper into the game. Because, unlike most games where, you get attacked by a bear or a big monster and they're like, they throw all their cards on the table and they're like, yep, you got attacked by the bear. Looks like you're dead. Looks like you can't come back from this. I've seen Grizzly Man documentary, and that motherfucker died from one bear. Those 2 people died from one bear. Obviously, that's the whole case. Not really, because there are plenty of bear attacks where people survived because they acted dead and the bear's like, oh, fuck this. And that's what they do in this game. If you're at a high enough level, and if enough of your stuff is up, the bear will maul you, and it's kind of a life-threatening event the first time, and then after the 15th time, you're like, fucking let me go!
After this, at this point, it's like, it's not even infuriating. It just goes right to, okay, can this be over? By any chance?
But after the mauling, you just pretty much, your clothing either gets ripped completely, or it gets slashed enough where It's easier to get cold now. If you get scratches that you have to put bandages over, you have to get antiseptic, or else you're going to get diseases from the infections. You're just looking at this and you're like, oh shit, I got attacked by a bear. Okay, I got a bandage. That's nice. That's nice. Oh my god, where's my antiseptic? Okay, I don't need antiseptic because if I have the pain pills, that'll put it off the infection for nearly long enough for me to at least get some sort of antiseptic at this next cabin. Oh, I have no pain pills. Great. And then you wait an entire day, boom, your health goes straight back down because now you have a disease. It's absolutely insane how much they're just throwing you to the wind on this. Okay, so you're at 20%. You have nothing to scare off or shoot this bear that's following you very, very slowly. What day are you at? What day are you at? 28. You're at day 28. Very, very nice. Let me tell you something, huh? How would you like to do those 28 days again? Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know those 8 hours that you did to get to the point that you're at right now? Because you fucked up and you did not get anything. You didn't make any bandages. You did not grab any flares. You didn't do anything. You are going to have to do that all over again. Oh, yes, you are. Let's have a hand for the gentleman because he's going to die mercilessly from a bear fucking. Okay. I can really go on forever about this game. That's how much I absolutely love this game. I could talk about this all day long, but since the average, attention span of a YouTube viewer is 10 to 15 minutes at max, I should really probably wrap this up by just kind of talking about the very few negatives that I found on this game, and then a lot of the positives that we have to look forward to. Now, I may sound like a spoiled little bitch here, but developers, your updates are taking too long. They take way too long. Now, in their defense, I know I'm being unreasonable right now because when I was doing research on this, it looks like there's like 5 or 6 dudes that are credited with being developers, programmers, yada, yada, yada. Now, that may just be that they're the head honchos and there's people working under them, but it's very obvious that this is a smaller company. This is their very first game ever going through. And these updates take forever. So when things finally do get a little stale and you're like, okay, I played this game for 50 hours. I know every single map. I know where everything is. Randomly generated items are only going to get me so far. Then they put out an update where, okay, there's new items now. There's new animals. There's a whole new map. You're like, oh, sweet, let me play this for another 20 hours and then get bored of it because it takes them too long. Now, I know it's my fault. It's my fault. I should just be happy with what I got because this is a pristine game, but hire more people. I think I read that you guys did 700, you guys sold 750,000 copies for this early release alpha stuff. That should have been enough to hire some people to help you with this. Get done with this game so you can go on to better games. That way I can always play this game because it's always fun. Mostly, like I said, it gets a little stale after hour 50 plus, but that's pretty good for like a $20, $30 game. And then go on to other games. I know that you guys have great ideas, but you're putting all your time and effort into this one game that's already sold 250,000 copies. I don't want to do the math right now, but that's a shitload of money. It's a shitload of money. And no alpha would be complete without some bugs, like a bear or a wolf chasing you. You run into a cabin, you sleep there the entire night, you wake up the next morning, and they're still outside. That shouldn't happen. I don't know stalkers who are that needy and unnecessarily clingy to you.
Okay, I am up. It's very bright. Bear should be gone. Please tell me this bear's gone. No bear. Or wolves. No bear or wolves. Okay. What a little cocksucker. Of course he's right fucking there. Okay, game. I'm not playing this, okay? I'm not playing this game. I am playing a game. I am not playing this game where you're just going to keep the bear out there so I don't get any further.
And that's all I really have for criticisms on this here. I actually don't have that much. This game is so fun. It is so immersive. It just draws you in and it doesn't fucking let go. It is absolutely stupendous, and I encourage everyone to go out there right now. Now, I mean right now, unless you want to finish it up. I mean, there's only a few minutes left. You might as well just stay here and finish this off. But I encourage everyone to go out and get this. If you don't want to get it right away because you don't believe some random guy on the internet, look at me. Go to Twitch and look at a Twitch streamer play this game. I mean, they're all pretty boring besides one guy. But look at it then. If it really helps you at that point, look at it and then decide if you want to get it or not. I'm obviously not pushing anybody, but I know that I said that people need to buy We Happy Few because I still did like that game. I still play it. Not as often as I did, but I still play it. This is the game that I encourage over all other games for you to fork over the 20 or 30 bucks for. And I know a lot of you are saying, but Zach, this game has been out for 2 years. It's obviously, that's the only reason why it's good. And I still have to disagree there, because like I mentioned, I bought this at the very beginning and I was hooked just absolutely instantly. I loved this game and I still do. Now, would I love to just snap my hand, clap my hands there, or snap these fingers and just say, it's done, boom, go try it, go start on another game? Yes, I would absolutely love that, because oh, look at some of this cool ass stuff that they have planned. I mean, look at right here. They have improved fishing. Fishing's okay as it is right now. Wolf pack behavior, grizzly bears. I don't know if that's the bears that are out there right now. VR experience, crafting for safe houses, crafting for cloth. Then they have gunsmithing animal. And then way down the road, way the fuck down the road, they're going to be doing full seasons. So it gets summer, spring, winter, fall, summer, spring, winter, fall. It's just going to do that over and over again. It's going to have planting, sandbox AI community. So it's going to be multiplayer at some point. They have so many good ideas, and I'm going to vouch for these guys where they back up all of what they said they're going to do. It takes them a long fucking time, but they do it. They are here to help everybody, and they are here to make sure that you have a good gaming experience. And I cannot wait for more stuff that Hinterland's going to do. I can't even wait. So like I mentioned before, paste it on the wall, 10 out of 10. This is the alpha of alpha games. I would give it more than 10 if I could. Go out and get this game if it interests you. And if you don't, you're probably a racist and a sexist and a Trump supporter or a Clinton cuck. You guys suck. But make sure that you subscribe and shit, okay? Just make sure you do that. You guys can go fuck off and stuff. Was that edgy enough?